Excuse the gloom, but none may know of this meeting. The nature of my trouble is darker still. Over a year ago, King Lysandus of Daggerfall died honorably on the field of battle. He was as loyal a subject, ally, and friend as you are. I did grieve for him, but his spirit does not rest. With a spectral army he haunts his former kingdom, crying for revenge. I do not know why a good and loyal man would be so cursed. Perhaps you can find the answer and close the marble jaws of oblivion, bringing peace to his soul. I ask this as your emperor and as your friend. I have one lesser request. Several years ago, I wrote a letter to the Queen of Daggerfall. It never arrived. The letter was of a sentimental and personal nature. If you find and destroy that letter, I will be grateful. Now, my champion, rest well this night, for tomorrow you sail for the kingdom of Daggerfall. Greetings, liberal comrades, and welcome to the introduction of Let's Get On With It, Daggerfall. For those of you who do not know, Daggerfall was a first-person RPG released in 1996 by, hold on, let me pull up my right photo here. Is this the right one? This will work. By Bethesda Softworks. It is, let me see if I can make that bigger. I totally prepared for this, everybody. Oh, there we go. So, yes. Ooh. I used to have the box for this game, but it kind of got destroyed a bit over the years. Fuck it, I'll just move on. It is a successor to the first game, The Elder Scrolls Arena. Like I said, first-person RPG. It differentiated a lot. It broke the mold of, Arena and many RPGs. I can't think of any at the top of my mind right now who are doing this. For one, the developers, Bethesda, they installed a character system that awarded skill usage rather than the earnings of EXP. They never saw the point of you getting better, becoming a better thief by killing trolls, as opposed to practicing your lock-picking skills. Instead, you practice your lock-picking skills and you get as better as a thief. Or you practice better long blade and by hitting things and get better with that. They also broke the mold of your standard traditional quest thing. Arena, for example, I think is find the 8 pieces of the Staff of Chaos and free the imprisoned Emperor, and slay the Imperial Battle Mage, that son of a bitch. You really got an open world with 6 different endings. Yes, this is also the largest Elder Scrolls game to date, estimated at 161,000 square kilometers. To give you impression, Morrowind is under 1% the size of Daggerfall, but Bethesda sized down in their future games because of the monotony complaints. Much of the Daggerfall world looks the same. And, dungeon modules, the random dungeon modules, are basically like the game randomly pieces them all together and throws them at you, and yeah, it's really noticeable. This game really does suffer from a quality lack. Like I said, there are 6 different endings to this game. So which one's canonical with the future games like Morrowind and Oblivion? All of them are. You can find out that there is an event which is known as the Warp of the West, which includes all aspects of the 6 different endings you can meet in Daggerfall, which is quite awesome. Unfortunately, one of those endings doesn't result very well for your player, but we won't be engaging in that one, folks. Daggerfall is my favorite. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let me pull up a picture I said. So this is a small map taken from, this is of the Iliac Bay, which covers High Rock and Hammerfell. Skyrim is over to the north, northeast. I realize you can't see my mouse pointer. I was making gestures. Whoops-a-daisy. Let me crank this up a bit in terms of size and drag you around. So we've got Daggerfall over here. That's actual, zoom in a bit. There's the Daggerfall city itself. The first dungeon starts you over here. Alright, so let's move around a bit. That's one of the other major kingdoms, Sentinel. And the final one is over here, in Wayrest. That's a big fucking game world, folks. Big. And this is the Iliac Bay. Yeah, that was taken from the Woods file of Daggerfall. Yeah, all nice and pretty. So, there you go. It's a huge fucking game world and it suffers from monotony. Alrighty, just as a brief background on the other things, Daggerfall was created by Bethesda Softworks. Bethesda was founded in 1985, and it is primarily known nowadays for the Elder Scrolls games and Fallout 3. Before it created Arena, it actually dabbled in other games, none of which were RPG related. It's quite entertaining history, and if I ever do an LP of Arena, I'll get more into that. But so you all know, Bethesda is actually a subsidiary of something called ZeniMax Media Incorporated. ZeniMax Media Incorporated was founded by the founder of Bethesda, though, and ZeniMax is basically like an overarching branch covering everything. It just acquired ID Software last year, so yeah, you can expect more gaming things relating to this group. Now, as some personal background, Daggerfall is my favorite Elder Scrolls game. I own 3 of them. I don't own Oblivion. Couldn't really give that a fair shake. I own Arena. That CD's been through a lot of hell. And my Daggerfall CD, which my brother and I, we pulled our money together and bought in 1996. Yeah, I've seen a lot of action too. Just to be clear, the maximum installation size for Daggerfall, the humongous installation, is 450 megabytes. And our computer at the time had under 1 gigabyte of total hard drive space. It took a long time for this game to install, but I absolutely loved it. As buggy and as monotonous it could be. Oh man. The patches for this game. Oh, I wish I'd had those whenever I was first playing. It was so bad. So much pain and anger. So many corrupted saves. Oh, took to making backups frequently, and some of the points in this game can be pretty unforgiving. You may notice why my desktop was freaking out, so I could pull up this. This is a list of the, the modifications that I will be using in this game. I'll be using the latest patch, version 2.13, the Politic Pack, the DFQ fix. They fixed some little screwball things that weren't fixed in this patch, and Faction Fix, which also fixes some things that were not fixed in the last official patch. You can find the game, these things, here at that web address. This game is also free now. Bethesda released it for free last year as part of their 15th anniversary being of the Elder Scrolls games, so you can actually acquire this game for free and play along for it yourself. That's what I'm going to be using, just so you all know. There you go. Let's see, what else do I want to cover? Okay, I guess I'll cover. So yeah, I have a varied background in Daggerfall, and I really love these patches now. As compared to whenever I was first playing, it was hell. There you go. I am very experienced in this game, based on so much time spent playing it, and the fact that it is one of... I would go so far as to say this is my favorite RPG, period. I didn't care so much for Morrowind, and I couldn't give Oblivion a fair shake. An Arena compared to this is a cookie-cutter RPG. But I can handle Daggerfall, and we will be handling Daggerfall together, and I spent much more time talking about this than I would have enjoyed. I wanted to. I thought I'd have some more spare time, but I went into rambling, and there you go. So, that's our introduction for Daggerfall. And, but, just so you all know, Daggerfall is not the only game we'll be playing. I'll be getting on with. Although it is the game that won the poll, because of the activity I received, we will be playing 2 other games. Their own separate videos, of course. I'm not going to combine them at the same time. Sid Meier's Alien Crossfire and Galactic Civilizations 2 Twilight of the Arnor. So thank you all for joining me. Hope that inspires you to get on with it.